Hi, Gemini, and welcome to your first tarot scope reading, your Zodiac Tarot scope reading for the month of May. We are going to be talking about something you may not be seeing clearly, okay? Or things you may not be seeing clearly. We're going to be using the oracle cards here and tarot. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to move these cards off to the side. And we'll be, did I say using tarot as well? Remember, this can be if you are with all readings, okay? Whether you are a Gemini sun, moon, rising. If you want to look at the reading from a relationship perspective, then it would be if your Venus is in Gemini. But first question out here, something you are not seeing clearly, Gemini. Any area of your life, okay? Something you are not seeing clearly. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Okay, so for some of you, is it your spirituality? Is it your religion? Is it you having a belief in spirit, God, source, universe, whomever it is for you, a higher source, but you're not connecting, or you have a feeling that you want to go towards that, but you're not quite sure how. Okay, you're not seeing something clearly. Maybe for some of you, it is about the why. Is this something you used to know and now you want to go back to it? Or maybe you've never had a spiritual or religious practice and you want to start one. Okay, but let's get a tarot here, see if we can get a little more information about why you're not seeing it clearly. Are there doubts, right? We have the Forest Lord. That is the Emperor. Okay. So, is it because you already feel that you know everything about it and none of it seems to be answering the questions that you have or the need of yours that needs to be filled, right? Because the Emperor, you know, he's the King of Kings. He feels quite important. He feels like he knows quite a bit. And he does, if we think of him as the King of Kings, you know, he's wise and clear and calm and determined and passionate about things. Maybe that's it. You're not seeing it in a passionate way. So it's not something that you, again, normally would go towards. So maybe it feels a little bit uncomfortable. But if you're not seeing it in, hey, I really want to pursue this. Yeah, I think it's asking the question, if we go back to, I think what I said there in the beginning, it's asking the question about why, or what aren't you seeing, or what question or answers aren't coming up for you. And maybe that is what you need to get clear about, okay? Let's ask what's the truth behind it. That might give us a little bit more. Let's get a couple more cards out and see if we can't get a little more answer to it. The Five of Spells. The Five of Wands. Okay, I like that. It kind of maybe lends to a bit of get another. And the Ten of Spells, the Ten of Wands. Okay, here it is. Maybe for some of you, whether this is in the past that you've experienced it, or right now you're thinking, oh, is this going to happen? Whatever it may be. Look, maybe it's felt, if this is in the past, burdensome to you, right? Like, oh, geez, it was always just felt like a heavy weight. Instead of the religion or the spirituality making me feel lighter, it made me feel heavier. Maybe it was because there was so much going on here as well. Okay, maybe because I say the Five of Spells is like the ant at the picnic or the bee in your soda. It's just a pain in your butt. And maybe you were dealing with people within those groups that were just that, just nitpicky all the time, right? Because you'll come across those people in all groups and in all different areas of your life. So maybe this is kind of the truth behind what's happened to you in the past, or even as you're looking into it now, maybe you're picking up on these nitpicky people that just want to be all up in your business and just wreaking a little havoc. Or it just feels all like, oh, this would be a big undertaking. Okay? But let's move on, because let's see here, how do you deal with this new information, right? That you really need to be opening up to spirit, to spiritual source. Like I said, whether it's through religion or spirituality or another belief system, right? How do you do it? How do you find it? What's right for you? So now that you have this info, let's get a little more. Planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So how do you deal with it? One seed at a time. You know what? Decide to take on one piece or one part of it at a time. I'm going to get tarot here with this as well. But you know what? This is like planting the first seed. You don't even know if it's going to grow, but you know nothing's going to grow if you at least don't plant the seed. So that's how I would say, how do you deal with this new information? You have to get out there and at least plant the seed, okay? The 5 of challenges, or the 5 of swords. I almost feel it's kind of like an all or nothing sort of situation, right? You kind of approach it as though with the 5 of challenges here, like you're winning, you'll want to win at all cost. I feel like that's it. You're going to plant that seed and want to succeed at any cost. Now, a cost that's positive and keeps you in a positive space moving forward, of course, okay? But to kind of take on that energy of, I want this to take, and this is how I'm going to do it. You know, I'm not going to let the people nitpick or try to impose their belief or take on whatever, because that does happen, okay? But I'm not going to let it weigh me down. This is supposed to make me feel lighter, okay? And I'm going to go after this like I want to win at any cost. Okay, the 3 of challenges. Yeah, I'm not going to let the people, okay? The important lesson to learn from this is I'm not going to let people, because look, he's walking away upset. I'm not going to let these nitpickers back here, maybe just the feeling of being burdened or being too heavy, cause me to walk away. That's the lesson. I'm not walking away this time. I'm sticking with it like I want to win at all costs. I'm not going to let others or my own emotions drive me away from it. Okay, now let's get one more. The 6 of Boons, the 6 of Pentacles. Do you know why? I love this, because when it comes to spirituality and religion, there's enough for everyone, okay? You don't have to necessarily believe or interpret or take what these people back here want you to, or maybe what these people want you to. You need to take it as in, there's enough for them and there's enough for me, and I can take this and interpret this in whatever way I want, Gemini, okay? Because I can have my own relationship here with spirit. That's what's important, and whoever that is for you. It doesn't need to be like everyone else. There's a lesson for you to learn. Now, let's get into here for the end, how to avoid this energy or situation in the future. So if you start feeling like people are trying to impose their beliefs or thoughts on you, or if it starts feeling a little too heavy and you're losing that drive to succeed, right? You're getting a little emotional about it. And you know there's enough there for you and them, but still, we're human beings, and, you know, that feeling, those feelings can come over us, Gemini. So, how do you deal with it? Foggy bog, patience. Well, I love that. Number 18 or number 9 could be important to you as well. The foggy bog, patience. You just have the patience to let it pass, okay? You just have the patience to let it pass. That's what I want to say here. Now let's get some tarot. I'm going to get 3 cards out. Suspension, perfect card. That's the Hangman, I do believe. Suspension would be. Yeah, it is in this deck. That's taking a break. That's stepping back and looking at everything from a 360-degree view. The Liar is the Devil, okay? So there we are right there. The Devil cards come out. And one last. The Ten of Challenges, the Ten of Swords. Okay, here we go. You have to have patience and not let it get the best of you. Okay, you may need to take that little, put yourself into a foggy bog if you need to, where people can't come in and find you because it's too foggy. But you can take on the Hangman energy of, you know what, taking a little time out. Maybe you want to maybe look at this from different angles. Like I said, you can see it if you want from a 360 so that you don't fall prey here with the Devil card, because that's, you know, getting you to do and behave in maybe ways that you don't want to. Okay, it can get you going down the wrong path here, right? He's got his little finger doing this. No, you know what? You're going to get clear about it in your foggy bog and suspension so that you're not going to be lured in or fall prey to anyone who has bad intention, or just the intention that they want you to really be them and agree with them all the time. The Ten of Challenges, yeah, you know what? During this, if you start to feel, you know, a little bit down about it, don't get yourself to the point where you're all mentally exhausted and confused and then questioning everything. And once you start questioning everything, now you're over analyzing everything. Okay, keep yourself from that. Keep yourself from that devil energy where someone's trying to lure you. Okay, you make your own decisions here. There's enough for you in this group or of spirituality or religion, I'm going to say, and there's enough for them. You don't all need to be the same. So, Gemini, I hope that this resonated for you, and I will see you in one of my other readings or the short and sweet for you towards the end of the month.